Call your sponsor. Call your sponsor. Call you sponsor. Call you sponsor. Call you.
Bitch, call your sponsor.
Call your.
Welcome back to Bitch Call Your Sponsor. I'm Misty.
I'm Sam.
And yeah, okay, we got that part. Let's do our primary purpose. Our primary purpose is for Misty and Sam to grow their friendship and maybe help others. All right, Sam. Today I have brought you, hi, it's me. I'm the solution. It's me as our topic. In honor of the Super Bowl, in honor of me being a Swiftie, in honor of me knowing that my word is my wand, so I have to change the lyrics, because Taylor says, I am the problem, which I'm not saying right now. Okay, so the reason I thought about this is it has a lot to do with, one, our last episode, and two, what you said in an episode last week, which was that you were going on a date, which, by the way, I want to hear about as soon as we finish this recording. You were going on a date, and then instead of Googling and Instagramming and shirtless picking, that you checked in with yourself and said, hey, like, what is it that I want to hear from this person? And I'm paraphrasing, but it was something like, it was so nice meeting you. You're so cute. I can't wait to find out more. And that all the way home, you said that to yourself. And by the time you got home, you didn't feel the need to do the Googling and the Instagramming and the checking out the pics. And that was the impetus for this podcast, because I can be my own, healer. I can provide my own medicine. I can be the solution for what it is I'm wanting from others.
That's exactly it. And you know what happened for me was that it was in that moment that I was like, oh, that's my pattern. That pattern doesn't work to go into a Google, Instagram vortex and find common friends and then see where they're tagged and all of that stuff. And that's the pattern. And I'm really on to myself lately about these patterns. And then, like it says in ACA, what is the solution, right? The solution is that I need to become my own loving parent. My parents were merely a vessel to how I came on this planet, higher power, higher self, inner guide, spiritual, whatever guide is ultimately the higher power, And so I've been using that actually with everyone that I work with, is like, okay, so, well, if you could turn back time, if you could turn back time, what would you want to hear from person X, Y, and Z, and okay, then that's what you need to do, because I'm looking to fill the void with something outside of myself.
Right. If I could turn back time. Okay. No extra charge for that. But yes, that is exactly it. And how amazing. Because, financially speaking, it's like I can go back. Okay, so I walked out of my house the other day, and the shoes that I had on, and the pants, and the cashmere sweater, and the camel long coat. And I was like, I look like I grew up in the wealthiest family of all today. Like, I am bringing trust fund vibes. And then I was like going down the elevator to my car, and I'm like, well, why can't I just rewrite things? Why can't I just see myself in the past and just see old money and have that vibe? Who says we can't time travel? Hi, I'm the solution. It's me. And I have noticed that since doing a lot of this ACA work, the physical experience I can share with people is that it felt like I had a ball and chain of my past and my trauma and my poorness and my wrong side of the girl tracks. And that everywhere I went, I had to bring that ball and chain and carry the ball into every conversation, into every relationship, into every employment opportunity. And I'm so blessed to have a sponsor that I've had for a really long time. And I've told her, like, I've called her at a work thing, freaking out. And she's like, honey, they don't see the girl from the other side of the tracks. They see a competent woman before them. They're not reacting to a poor girl from the other side of the tracks. And I'm like, are you sure? And it's so interesting. Okay, go.
No, I so identify it's, it's the romance and finance, right? And so it's in the finance, in the career sector that I've had similar experience. I was working out with an agency that was affiliated with a company that then actually hired me in-house. And then when I finally got in-house, everything came up. It was like, oh my God, I'm gonna fail. I'm not gonna do that. It was all my low self-esteem came up. And I was with a therapist at that time, and she's like, so how long were you working at the agency with this company? I was like, 2 years. And she's like, okay. And like, they were obviously happy with your work because they actually hired you in-house, but I was I couldn't, I intellectually knew, while I could oh yeah, that makes sense. In my being, I couldn't accept it. So I needed to hit another bottom. And what that bottom looked like was me working 18 hours a day. No one else was. I was still in the office, my name wasn't on the door. And I was commuting back and forth into that office. And I would, after like the last toll booth that I would need to cross, I would pull over on the shoulder of the road and take a little nap. And my bottom was in sobriety, a cop banging on the window, tapping on the window with his whatever nightstick, saying, is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just taking a nap. He's like, you're taking a nap like at this ungodly hour on the shoulder of the road? I was like, yeah, leave me alone. I'm fine. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, I was still trying to prove myself, because I didn't think I was worthy. And so that was like a whole nother bottom, and it's like the layers are, there's many different layers that get revealed to me as I stay this course. And, more recently is, I just started working this week actually. And, there's, some new thing. There's other than new people, new whatever, there's new thing. There's a lot of newness where it's exciting. And it's also like, what are we doing? What's going on? Like, you can't do this. Who do you think you are? You know what I mean? It's like, and so what I've been actually doing is I've been redirected to Living Sober, like 101. Living Sober, Chapter 3, how to work a 24-hour program, and I've been replacing the word drink with, self-centered thinking or excessive thinking. Can I not drink? Can I not excessively think about fill in the blank for the next hour? And then I've been double downing and doing these affirmations or these prayers that I'm embedding as the subject of the alarm on my iPhone to ring every half hour.
I love it.
So that I'm constantly being reminded of like, no, we're rewriting that program, Sam. We're rewriting that program. Because if I'm not consciously and actively involved in the rewriting, I will dig a deeper groove on that habitual thought of this is going nowhere good.
Yes. Yeah, you're exactly right. Oh my God, I love all that. That is kind of the worst thing for an alcoholic is a new job, because we just do not like being in a place where we don't know what's going on. And I heard somebody say in a meeting once, like alcoholics are the only one that can be in a new job and just be so upset with themselves that they don't understand everything about the whole system and the place they're in, you know? So I really relate to that and identify, and it is so brave. And one thing you just said there was, you know, the longer you do this deal and everything, you have these opportunities. And I think the difference is kind of to your point, another podcast is that everybody gets the opportunities. It's whether you're growing with them, right? It's whether you're seeing them as an opportunity or you're seeing them as, well, this happened again. I guess everybody's out to get me, you know? Or, oh, this is an opportunity. This is where I can actually set my iPhone alarm and change my old thought process because these are deep grooves. And unless we take a really big action, this thought that's been looping in there is going to show up again. I have to take big actions to not have the loop that's been in there for 40 years, 50 years, however long, you know?
It's so deep. And, I guess the progress for me is, to your point, is like seeing it as an opportunity, but also, I guess for me being, rigid, that, color code, whatever, is there's an ease to it, where it's not this rigorous thing, where I'm like, okay, oops, I missed it. It didn't, I'm not going to set it for this morning. Let, I'll see where I am later today. I don't need this like, incessant ring. I mean, it's a beautiful ringtone and whatever, but it's, it's like, it's this thing of like, okay, like I don't need to like have this rigor and it's like I'm not doing like a Spartan race, it's just like there's a gentleness and a freedom and a fluidity around it, which I am not. That's very new for me.
Oh my God, I had a really great example of this week, which there's a sponsee that I meet at 8 a.m. on Saturdays, and I realized it was Friday night. I couldn't sleep really well. And I'm like, wait, she always confirms the night before and she didn't confirm. So maybe we're not meeting and I get to sleep in tomorrow because I'm really tired. And so I think I texted her around 6 a.m. and was like, hey, are we still meeting? And if not, no worries. And then she wrote back and was like, oh, I was planning on it. And I said, okay, great. Like I can rally, I can do it. And then she was like, sent me a message 20 minutes later or something. In the future, I will confirm 48 hours before, and I will do, and just like
Sponsor.
Call
Call your sponsor. Call your sponsor.
Bitch, call your sponsor.
Call your sponsor.
Send us an email with comments, questions, or concerns, bcysponsor@gmail.com.
Don't forget to rate 5 stars.